What is going on, you guys? And welcome back to Macho Toy Collection. I'm your boy Junior, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about a lot of villains, specifically Spider-Man villains. We have Doc Ock, we have Green Goblin, we have Electro, we have Venom, we have Vulture, and we have Hobgoblin. Stay tuned. So first off, we are going to be talking about Vulture. One thing I really love about this figure is that it really matches the comic book version. It's so amazing. But I'm going to show off the accessories that this figure does come with, and then we're going to be talking about this figure a little bit more. So Vulture comes with 4 parts for his wings and an additional head sculpt. As you can tell right here, for each one of the wings, you do see the outer portion. Let me see if I can, right there. And then the inner wing, you can tell from right here, it's just that smooth surface. One thing I really like about these wings is the paint job on how you can tell that it goes from like super dark to like a lighter green portion as it goes outward. I really like that paint job on those. But yeah, I'm gonna add the wings onto Vulture and just complete him and see what we got. Alright, and I put the wings on Vulture, and man, I am geeking out, you guys. He looks so amazing. Like I said before, the little wings are for his biceps and the longer wing portions are for his forearms. This figure looks amazing, you guys. I love it. Let's go and zoom in for a little bit when it comes to the head sculpt. I love this head sculpt, you guys. He just looks so amazing. I like the 3 freckles on the top of his head. Just the paint job in general when it comes to his the pink portions around his eyes looks so amazing. Just that gritty smile where it's kind of like, oh, he's very like psychotic looking. To even his feathers around his neck looks amazing. But the paint job right here, this is my only gripe when it comes to the paint job, is that when you basically put, you know, kind of like push up his abdomen, you can see that the paint job is not connected or it doesn't continue. So that kind of, that's just a little gripe. But overall, I really think this figure looks amazing. So let me try and put the other head sculpt on this body. Stay tuned. So as you can tell here, I put the additional head sculpt on. Just a little detail I love about this is articulated lines that you can see on the helmet as it runs through. I really dig that. It's so awesome. Also a closer look, just the articulation when it comes to his feathers around his neck. I love this. It just looks so amazing. I mean, it looks like if it's whooshing, it's in that whooshing motion. I don't know if that makes any sense, but like say like if he's flying, you can definitely tell, like, you know, the feathers are there to articulate that, like, hey, like, you know, he's gliding through the air. I love that about this figure. But anyways, I'm gonna put the original head on and then continue to talk about his articulation. So one last gripe too about this figure after putting on his head, just going back to the paint job in general. When you see it here, I mean, there's really not, I just don't like the paint job, honestly. Like, it's not that like eye peeling. And it's funny because, like, yes, there is paint job right here on the torso and, you know, chest area and shoulder area, but it does not go further down to the legs. Like, it just stops. It just stops up there for some apparent reason. And like I said before, I mean, the paint job, if you were to push back more, you do not see, hold on, you don't see anything. See, like, it cuts off right here. I just don't like that. That's just one huge gripe about this figure. But yeah, let's go on to talking about his articulation. So when it comes to, you know, just same thing, when it comes to the head, it has the ball jointed head to where it can look all the way up. His head can look all the way down, you know, look around 360. His shoulders, he does have butterfly wing shoulders, which is really nice. But with the wings, it kind of limits him. But you can maneuver around. He has 360 spin like things. He does come with pinned double jointed elbows, wrist hinge, and swivel, which is really nice. Ab crunch all the way forward. Kind of can't go all the way back, but to where he can glide, which is really nice. This is super awesome. He has the hula hoop swivel, which is awesome. When it comes to his legs, he has mobility. I would probably say 45-degree mobility. He has thigh swivel right here. Sorry. Thigh swivel right here. Pinned double jointed knees. What is it? Ankle swivel right here, which is awesome. But yeah, I mean, overall, this figure... Oh, one of the wings fell off. This figure does look really nice. I really love it. And I'm so happy. Honestly, I'm so happy to have this in my collection. And to have him right next to Spider-Man, because he is one of the main villains for Spider-Man, which is so awesome. But next up, we're going to talk about Electro. So next up, we are going to be talking about Electro. Electro comes from the 2020 Vintage Collection Retro Wave, the Amazing Spider-Man series. And first and foremost, I really love this Electro. I took my time when trying to get this figure. It was pretty pricey on the market. The reason why is because it looks so similar to the comic book strip. There is another Electro, but it does not portray the comic book at all. And I'm just so happy I have this in my possession. And I just want to let you know that Electro doesn't come with much accessories, but he does come with 2 sets of hands. I mean, he comes with the fisted hands attached to the figure, but these are the additional hands with the electricity coming out of them. I had to put it on the figure. It just looks so dope. So let me bring the figure a little bit closer. I really love the head sculpt, especially the mask. Just the mask in general looks so awesome. I like the fact that the mask is a little bit soft fabric to where you don't have to worry about the mask basically snapping on you. I'm geeking out right now. I'm sorry, you guys. When it comes to the paint job on the chest all the way to the abdomen, I really love this electricity, you know, like the lightning bolts shooting down all the way through his legs as well. As you can see here, the paint job goes through as well, which is awesome. There's no like cut off, which is always great. I really love the electric bolts on his gloves, which, I mean, he is Electro, right? So of course he's supposed to have certain lightning bolts, right? And just the articulations when it comes to these electrical fingertips, right? I mean, I love the fact that they added this as an additional set of hands. When I think of Electro, you know, he's shooting lightning bolts out of his hands, and this, oh my god, it just looks so amazing. Just the articulation on each one of the fingertips. And also, I forgot to mention, but in the back too, we have the lightning bolts coming down his back, which is awesome, to his butt. And it's just so amazing, you guys. I really love the yellow paint job of this figure. I think it suits it very well, and it goes hands on with the green. There's no issues on any of the paint job. But we are going to be talking about more of his articulation. As we can see here, when it comes to his head, let's put down his arms really quick. His head does pop up all the way up, which is so awesome. I mean, when you will, stand him in a certain way, this right here looks so awesome. I mean, look at this. Can you not imagine him flying through the air trying to fight Spider-Man like this? It's so sick, bro. So yeah, the head can swivel. I mean, 360 degrees, right? Which is nice, right there. When it comes to his shoulders, he basically has 360 degree spin. He does come with bicep swivel, double pinless jointed elbows, which is awesome. Of course, wrist hinge and swivel, which is nice. When it comes to the abdomen, again, you can go all the way forward, all the way back. Comes with hula hoop, rotation. He has mobility when it comes to his hips. Thigh swivel, of course. Double jointed pinned knees. And then also foot rotation as well. And swivel, which is awesome. Can you imagine him going like this? Watcha! That's so sick. Oh my god. But yeah, so this is Electro. Next up, we are going to be talking about my boy Hobgoblin. Stay tuned, you guys. So next up, we are going to be talking about Hobgoblin. This Hobgoblin comes from the Marvel Legends 2016 Venom Build-A-Figure set. I was in so much enjoyment when I got this figure. This Hobgoblin, for some apparent reason, is super pricey everywhere you try and buy it. I mean, it runs from $90 to $150. I got it for a really good price, and I'm very glad because, God, I just think this figure looks so amazing. Just the orange and blue, just standing out with his little, little pouch right here, his little bag, and of course his Hobgoblin pumpkin, which is amazing, and his fighter jet right here. This figure looks awesome. I love the articulation when it comes to his face. I mean, if you can tell right here, of course this is more of like a grayish, kind of greenish face compared to the comic book or not the comic book series, but like the cartoon series where you can kind of see him more of an orange face. But I don't mind that cynical look on his grin, just that it's scary but yet so awesome. Going around, I love the sculpt around the arms and the legs, just that scaly feeling when it comes to it. Oh my god, the sculpt when it comes to the wrinkles to his gloves, the wrinkles when it comes to his hood, all the way down to his tattered cape with the little rips in the back. Looks so amazing. I love it. I love it. And I just love this little backpack. It looks so amazing, but yeah, and I really love this fighter jet right here. It looks awesome. Just the fact that I have this in my possession, I'm just so happy, you guys. He does come with an additional head sculpt if you do want to change the heads. I will show you really quick. Give me 1 second. So this is the additional accessory head, Imagine seeing this in your nightmares. Jesus Christ, I would be freaked out, you guys. I really love the tongue coming out, and just those gnarly teeth. It just looks super horrifying. On both head sculpts, I really love how the red stands out from his skin tone on his face. The articulations when it comes to the face, just that like gritty, like horrifying beast, basically, like Goblin, you know. I really love it. But I'm gonna flip back his head really quick and just keep geeking out about this figure. So just showing you more about the articulation in general. I really love it. Just the like wrinkles when it comes to his cape, or even like around his like I said before, his gloves. Let me show you his shoes as well, the wrinkledness, the back of his cape, taking a closer look. Just that grittiness, like if he got, you know, he was working that 9 to 5, but he working that overtime, you feel me? To just the tattered, ripped cape, which is awesome. And just, I love that scaliness of the Hobgoblin. It just looks so amazing on this figure, you guys. And then his little pouch that he, you know, grabs his, his pumpkins from, which is super crazy. I'm just geeking out, you guys. I love this figure. So yeah, let me take him off of his fighter jet and talk about his articulations. He is able to look, let's see. He's able to look up, not too far because of, the hood, that little end portion kind of, you know, limiting him. He's able to look down, side to side. When it comes to his shoulders, he can rotate around, but with the cape being there, he can't really do that much. His wingspan is kind of limited. He does come with bicep swivel. He comes with pinned double jointed elbows right here. He also, like every figure, he comes with a wrist hinge and swivel. Let me take his little pumpkin off. This is his little pumpkin. Forgot to mention this. It's so awesome. I really love it. Of course, he comes with, crunch going forward and backwards. His belt line right here with that little hula hoop. Let's go down a little bit more. He does have some mobility when it comes to his hips. He comes with thigh swivel, pinned double jointed knees, boot rotation and ankle pivot, which is really nice, and rotation. But yeah, you guys, this is Hobgoblin. I'm so happy that I have him in my collection. But I'm about to be talking about another Goblin, the Green Goblin, next, you guys. Stay tuned. So next up, we have the Green Goblin. This Green Goblin comes from the Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure Sandman series. And I'm just so happy that I have this in my collection. Just geeking out again. I'm so sorry, but I mean, when I was a kid, you know, watching Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, just seeing basically Green Goblin, just on, like, oh my god, like I've always wanted the Green Goblin. I never had him as a kid growing up as an action figure, and now that I have one in my possession, I'm just super happy, you guys. But yeah, he is just so sadistic looking. So one thing I really like is the head sculpt on the figure. Let me just zoom in a little bit more. You can't really tell. Let me actually put his little pumpkin bomb down. Let's see right here. Take him off of his fighter jet. Oh, I really love the head sculpt. that kind of dark greenish skin tone. I really love it. That sadistic smile when it comes to his grin, it's just super eerie but yet so awesome. And just the black shadowing around his eyes, also with the orange around his pupils, it just brings out the head sculpt so much more. I really like these little tassels that go around on like his head basically. Of course, the articulation when it comes to the wrinkles around his head as well is super amazing. Oh my god, I'm just geeking out. I love that. But the one thing I noticed, so let's turn him around, is just the paint job when it comes from the transition from his head down to his neck, down to his arms and legs. There's 3 different tiers of green. Of course, like I said, with his head, it's kind of like a darker shading, and then it goes kind of like mid shading to kind of like a little bit lighter green shading, which is it's okay. I just wish that they were consistent with their paint job when it came to that. But that's just like one little gripe. Just continuing on, I like just the Hobgoblin. I love the scaliness that goes around his arms and legs, which is super awesome. The wrinkled articulation when it comes to his gloves and his feet are super awesome. Just his backpack, I love that like kind of different colorway front to kind of showcase the difference between the purple on his shirt and the light purple on his backpack. I do really like the backpack and just the articulation of it, kind of like the stitching, just having it look like it's kind of like a beat up kind of way, right? You can see it right here. I really love that. Not his butt. But yeah, let me put him down really quick. So he does come with an accessory. He comes with his little pumpkin bomb right here. I really love this. I love the fact that they have this like light orange and super light green colorway for this pumpkin bomb. It looks super awesome. He also does come with his glider as well, which is nice. I really love this. Big difference when it comes to his glider and of course Hobgoblin's glider. Let me grab Hobgoblin's glider. You can tell by the front of the glider, right, the differences, right, which is super awesome. Let's take a closer look of the articulation of the Green Goblin. He does have the ability to look all the way up and all the way down. Can rotate the head. When it comes to the shoulder, he has that 360-degree spin. He does come with bicep swivel. He does come with pinned double jointed elbows. He also has the ability, hold on, let me do this. He has the ability to have the wrist hinge and basically movement. When it comes to his ab crunch, he can go not that far in, I guess you can say, and the ability to go backwards, not that far though. He has a hula hoop twist. When it comes to his mobility, he has a pretty good mobility when it comes to his hips. He does come with thigh swivel, pinned double jointed knees, foot twist, and also he comes with the ankle pivot right here, which is really nice, and rotation, which is cool. But yeah, so this is the Green Goblin. Next up, we're going to be talking about the big boy, Venom. Stay tuned. So next up, we have Venom. Venom comes from the 2020 Marvel Legends series, and this figure is a big figure, you guys. I think this is a big boy, and I love it. I mean, when I think of Venom, I think of just this huge brute villain. Well, I don't know if he's a villain or if he's basically an anti-hero either way. But he's just, this is what I think of when I think of Venom. Just this big brute guy who's just, you know, causing chaos around Spider-Man and just making Spider-Man's life a living hell. And I just love this figure, you guys. I'm going to take a little closer look right here. When it comes to the head sculpt, I love it. I mean, in general, just the tongue sticking out of his mouth looks super awesome. But one little thing though is that when it comes to the teeth, I do kind of see how there's not really a separation per teeth. They're all kind of like clumped up together, so like the paint job on that kind of is like lacking. But beside that, you know, I don't mind the head sculpt. Maybe, you know, adding a little green to his tongue kind of make it stand out more too, which make it look really nice. But yeah, that's just a small gripe. When it comes to his paint job in general around the whole body, it's just super awesome. I love just the white right here. It just stands out so well, especially around the whole body. We can see that there are blue shadings around the black around the figure, which makes it kind of like, you know, different types of shading, which is super awesome. Let me see if I can kind of show you. You can kind of see right here on his head and his bicep, which is super awesome. I like the tentacles that kind of stand out in the back as well, which is super awesome. Like if the symbiote is, you know, like moving around, makes it more like lifelike, which is super crazy and awesome. But this is just a big boy, and I mean, like when I hold him, he's just thick, which is so awesome. But yeah, when it comes to the articulation of this, I mean, he can't really move as well as the other figures, but I mean, he makes up with it in size. But let me see right here. As we can tell, there is not that much movement when it comes to the head. It can just rotate left and right. The arms, it has 360 rotation. He can't go that much to the, he can't even go at all to the side. He does come with, what is it, bicep swivel. He does come with pinned elbows. And he does have, what is it, wrist movement as well, but not a hinge. Actually, yeah. Oh, I popped it off. Hold on. But yeah, ab crunch, he can go pretty far forward, which is nice. He can't go that much backwards. When it comes to his hips, he does come with hula hoop waist. His hips, oh my god, actually, look at his hips. He's pretty flexible, which is amazing. He does come with thigh swivel, of course. Pinned double jointed knees, which is nice. Which is weird because he doesn't come with pinned double jointed elbows. But anyways, and then also ankle pivot as well, which is nice. And foot movement, which is always a plus. I just really love this figure, you guys. It's just such a big boy. And this is exactly what I wanted when it came to my Venom. I mean, there is that 2-pack series. But, I mean, I can wait on that. For now, I do have this big boy right here, which makes up for it. But yeah, I'm going to be talking about the last villain, who is probably my all-time favorite. It's going to be Doc Ock. Stay tuned, you guys. So last but definitely not least, we have Doc Ock. This Doc Ock comes from the Marvel Legends 2018 Build-A-Figure SP/DR, and I'm just so happy. When I think of Spider-Man, I cannot think of Spider-Man without Doc Ock. He's just such an iconic villain when it comes to Spider-Man, and I'm just super glad to have him in my possession. For months I've been trying to find him for an affordable price, and I finally found him, and I'm so happy. Just a little, talk about that. I'm so sorry, I kind of just tend to geek out. But let's bring Doc Ock a little closer. I just want to talk about how the articulation is when it comes to this figure. I really love the wrinkles and the creases of his shirt. As you can tell right here, he has like wrinkles as well throughout the back of the back of his suit, which is awesome. I just really love that. His tentacles, of course, go back here. I kind of have them switched up to where he kind of counterbalances himself with his tentacles. Of course, he comes with 4 tentacles right here, so those are his accessories. I love just that kind of lime green and black glasses for this figure, and just I love the yellow and green. It makes Doc Ock stand out so well. I'm just super happy. When it comes to his tentacles, I really like the articulation as well. As we can see here, you know, just the mechanical portion of the tentacles and that blue paint job when it comes right here. The only gripe I have when it comes to the tentacles is that they aren't movable. Like, they're very stiff. I wish they were more flexible to where we can have more movement, to where we can position Doc Ock in different ways. So that's my only gripe, but it's not bad. I'm just super happy and that just overshadows anything, honestly. But yeah, so when it comes to Doc Ock, let's talk about his articulation. He does not have any movement when it comes to his head when going up and down. He does have that side to side. When it comes to his arms, he does have that 360 rotation and also mobility when it goes to the side. He does come with bicep swivel. He comes with pinned double jointed elbows, wrist hinge and rotation, which is nice. When it comes to his little belly right here, he does have that crunch mobility, which is nice. And he comes with an upper hula hoop, so he does not have any ability when it comes to his waist. When it comes to his hips, he has a lot of flexibility. This man can flex. He does come with thigh swivel as well, right here. He does come with pinned double jointed knees and also ankle pivot, which is awesome. I just really love this figure, you guys. I don't know. Talking more about the articulation, let's take a closer look. As I can see right here, just the wrinkles when it comes throughout his whole uniform, it just looks so nice. I mean, the articulation of the wrinkles go all the way around, and the creases, like I can see right here, which is really nice. They don't stop when you do flex them up. We can see the creases continue, which is awesome. But yeah, so that's Doc Ock right there. I'm gonna put them all together and just basically give you an ending conclusion. So stay tuned, you guys. And we are back, you guys. And just to give you a conclusion, I'm so grateful to have these figures. Man, it took me weeks, and I mean literally weeks. I was on eBay, I was on whatnot, trying to find great prices for each one of these figures, because they don't come cheap. They really don't. Even like the Hobgoblin, like he is like the most expensive one. Like I think he runs about like $150 boxed, and I'm like, man, you know, I'm not trying to spend that much money. But there were a lot of sellers that came in clutch that saved me, because these figures are going to a good home, and I'm just so glad to keep adding to my Marvel collection. But what do you guys think about these villains? Do you like them? Did you not like them? Who is your favorite Spider-Man villain? Leave a comment down below. I can tell you right now, mine, hands down, is Doc Ock. Ever since I was a little kid watching Spider-Man 2, I was just super fascinated with Doc Ock. And I'm just so glad that they reintroduced him and Green Goblin into the MCU universe, you know? And, Electro too. You know, and I'm just so glad they've keep adding more to the MCU Spider-Man universe, and I'm just waiting on Hobgoblin, man. You know, bring him in, make a little more chaos into Spider-Man's life, you know. But yeah, if you like this video, like and subscribe to my channel. And if you like this video too, there are other videos around me circling that I would love and appreciate for you to watch. But until next time, you guys, keep it G for life.